Have you ever wondered, coming with me, how some people remain calm no matter what happens? A stop is foamy living up to them. I used to think coming with me, well, it can actually a varia right now. They were faking it, or know that they were just born in their ways with less electricity in their veins. You know, the kind of people in Courage who whisper during chaos, like they're narrating a meditation sky itself. Very difficult kinds I've come to learn. It is not natural. They can't do them wonderful kinds to practiced. Is born. You are commercial kinds to this. In my left, if you've ever loved someone, and wild drain your energy so subtly, you didn't even notice the leak, until the brain's dry. Especially, trying not to lose your temper, last first, every day sounds simple. Surviving it, not so much. The only seds before you relax. Take a look a second to like the video, and have a little bit only of them. If you need to tell me in the comments, what time of day and where are you tuning in from? If you found this video helpful, please, and subscribe like, watching it in terrified everything's live like. There was a time I thought I was being a good person, which it's coming conversations that is life so dilence, smiling through guilt trips, nodding politely through passive aggression, offering reassurance to someone who never once asked how I was doing. It didn't look like abuse. I kind of didn't feel like peace. Marcus Aurelius wrote, "When you arise in the morning, think of a precious privilege it is to be alive. Breathe, to think, to enjoy, to love." Marcus Aurelius. May like this save, were his most quite. Nowhere in that list, he mentions to tolerate soul-sucking people because they get upset. The Stoic coming with me, where they have an emotionless. They just made identified with me. They were precise. Seneca said it best. Associate with people who are likely to improve you. Welcome those whom you yourself can improve. Everyone else, he called time thieves. And yet, we host them in our lives like honored guests. You know the type. Nothing is ever enough. They confuse intimacy with entitlement. They keep you just close enough to drain you, but far enough to stay unaccountable. One odd detail I learned: Clantheus, a successor to Zeno, used to carry buckets of water uphill daily, and just to build self-discipline. And then think about that how much effort we unconsciously spend trying to manage draining relationships. Buckets of water. But that's not Stoicism. It's not apathy. It's clarity. It's the quiet art of saying, this is not mine to carry anymore. There's a moment when you stop reacting. Not because you've given up, but because you've finally woken up. And people don't like that shift. Because the moment you step out of the emotional role, they cast you in. The whole play falls apart. Seneca said, "No man is more unhappy than he who never faces adversity. For he is not permitted to prove himself. Sometimes the adversity is silence. The kind where you stop explaining yourself. Stop defending your mood. Stop being the emotional punching bag. for someone else's unresolved history. I once knew someone who could drain a room by simply sighing. No harsh words. No yelling. Just sighs. Like a slow leak of guilt. It took me a while to realize it wasn't my job to refill their emptiness with constant reassurance. One odd quirk of Epictetus, he wore simple wool clothing and refused to participate in social flattery. Stricter, not because he was trying to be different, but because he didn't want to pretend. He believed unnecessary compliments were a kind of false currency that kept emotional debts circulating. I've learned that's also true of emotional overinvestment. The more I pay in, the more they demand. Not out of malice, just hunger. Which leads to a tough question. Can you love someone and still protect your peace? That debate runs through every ancient philosophy and modern therapy session alike. But Stoicism offers a strange kind of permission. You can love someone deeply and still choose to detach from their storms. You cannot fill others while you're quietly bleeding. And here's something that surprised me. When I finally created distance, I expected peace. But what I felt first was grief. Grief for the time I gave away. Grief for the version of me that thought endurance meant love. Grief for believing that setting boundaries made me less good. Chrysippus, another Stoic leader, was said to have died laughing at a joke involving a donkey and wine. Odd, yes, but fitting. Because even in philosophical seriousness, there was room for absurdity. And isn't that what this all feels like sometimes? Absurd. That we feel bad for choosing sanity. That we doubt ourselves for escaping emotional quicksand. It's like being mad at yourself for leaving a haunted house just because the ghost seemed lonely. There's a debate in philosophy that still lingers. Is love unconditional if it requires space? But maybe unconditional love includes love for yourself. Maybe the most stoic thing we can do is walk away quietly, with compassion, not bitterness, and rebuild a life where energy isn't a casualty. You can forgive someone and still never speak to them again. You can wish them peace from very far away. It's not easy to choose peace over performance, to stop dancing for approval, or nodding through someone else's chaos, just to keep things from falling apart. But the Stoics remind us, real strength is calm. Not the loud kind, not the kind that demands attention or triumphs in conquest, but the quiet, enduring kind. The kind that sits with discomfort, that says no without explanation, that walks away without the need to slam doors. Seneca said, "As long as you live, keep learning how to live." And part of that learning is this: some people will never know the damage they cause, because they've always had someone else absorbing the cost. But that someone doesn't have to be you anymore. Let them go.